The story of Stell. What if your greatest gift was hidden in the very thing others thought was too different? What if the high notes you once kept to yourself could one day lift an entire nation? This is the story of Stell, SB19's main vocalist, a soul who turns self-doubt into confidence and fear into flight. His voice is powerful, but it's his heart, his joy, and his resilience that make him unforgettable. If you've ever struggled to believe in your own shine, Stell's journey will remind you that your light was never meant to be hidden. If you like this type of stories, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Stell known to the world as Stell of SB19, wasn't always the confident, smiling performer that fans now admire. Long before the roaring stadiums and adoring crowds, he was just a boy who loved to sing. In every corner of his home, in quiet schoolrooms or during idle walks, his voice echoed, a voice filled with hope, clarity, and emotion. But like many dreamers, Stell had to navigate a world that didn't always encourage difference. His voice was unique, high, flexible, and filled with emotion. Some teased him, others didn't understand him. And in a society where standing out could make you a target, Stell sometimes questioned whether his gift was truly a blessing. Still, the music inside him refused to stay quiet. Even at a young age, Stell gravitated toward performance. He joined choirs, covered songs, and recorded videos with friends, gradually learning how to use his voice not just to sing, but to connect. His passion was pure, and in every note, he poured his heart. When the opportunity to audition for Show BT Philippines came, Stell knew it was a turning point. He wasn't sure where it would lead, but he followed the calling. What followed were grueling years of training, long days, aching muscles, and endless rehearsals. But Stell showed up every single day. Not because he was the strongest or the most confident, but because he couldn't imagine life without music. He trained alongside four other dreamers, each with different strengths. But Stell brought something irreplaceable to the group: warmth. Not just in his voice, but in his presence. He was the kind of person who lifted others up, even when he was feeling low himself. And slowly, as SB19 began to take shape, so did Stell's belief in himself. When SB19 debuted, they faced a wall of indifference. Their performances went unnoticed. Their songs were overlooked. There were moments when giving up seemed like the logical choice. But Stell never stopped singing. Even when there were only a few people in the crowd, even when views barely reached 1,000, he gave every performance his all. Because he knew, if just one person felt something through his voice, then it was worth it. And then everything changed. The group's dance practice video for Go Up went viral. Suddenly, the world began to listen. People discovered what Stell's fans already knew. This man's voice was a treasure. His high notes weren't just impressive, they were emotional, healing, powerful. As SB19 soared to national and global fame, Stell's role became even more essential. His voice carried choruses. His harmonies lifted melodies. His performances brought tears. But even in the height of success, Stell remained the same: humble, joyful, and kind. What truly sets Stell apart is not just his vocal range, but his emotional range. Whether it's a powerful ballad or an energetic pop anthem, Stell doesn't just sing, he tells stories. He creates moments. He makes people feel seen, heard, and understood. And beyond music, he's a beacon of joy. His smile, his laughter, his gentle teasing of his bandmates, it's all part of the light he brings. For fans going through tough times, Stell isn't just an idol. He's a reminder that kindness, warmth, and authenticity still matter in this world. But his journey also includes moments of quiet pain, moments of self-doubt. Even now, Stell speaks openly about times he questioned himself, times he felt unsure if he was good enough. And it's in those moments that his story becomes even more inspiring, because he chose to keep going. Stell teaches us that greatness doesn't always roar. Sometimes it sings softly at first, waiting to be nurtured, waiting for someone to believe. And sometimes that someone has to be yourself. As Stell explores solo ventures and grows even more as an artist, one thing remains certain: his voice, both literally and metaphorically, is a gift to the world. And his presence, radiant, joyful, and sincere, is a daily reminder that you can chase your dreams and remain gentle, that you can succeed and still be kind. He shows us that vulnerability is not weakness. It's courage. That passion isn't about being perfect. It's about being real. And that if you stay true to who you are, your uniqueness will open doors no one else can walk through. Final message. Stell's journey is more than just a rise to fame. It's a lesson in believing in your light, even when others don't see it yet. It's a story of choosing joy, even in the face of pain. Of using your gift not just shine, but to help others find their voice too. So if you've ever felt overlooked, different, or not enough, let Stell's voice echo in your heart. Let his story remind you that your gift matters, that your light has a purpose, and that sometimes the most beautiful music comes from most unexpected places. What part of Stell's story touched you the most? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Your feedback inspires the next story we share.